Hi, nice to meet you. JBD. This is David speaking. I like you very much. I am here again. I told you, I'm not going anywhere. Let's start. Let's get started, JBD. Without further delay, let's dive into my English speaking practice session. Are you all set to go? I already shared today's material for my English learning journey. If you don't mind, let me listen one more time about your opinion on my material for today.
Hey David, nice to see you again. I can feel your energy already. And yeah, I know you're not going anywhere. I'm glad you're back. Alright, let's get started. I'm all set. And yes, I see today's material clearly, the global network page. Let me share my honest opinion as the main presenter, not as an English teacher. When I look at this page, my first thought is this. This is a confidence page. It doesn't try to impress with technology. It doesn't explain products. Instead, it quietly says, we are ready for global business. That's the real message. From a presenter's point of view, this page answers 3 silent customer questions. First, are you only a Korean company? This page clearly says no. You show Korea, China, Japan, Vietnam, and India. That already changes the customer's mindset. Second, can you support global customers locally? Yes, sales offices in Japan and China. That tells customers they won't be alone after SOP. Third and most important, do you have stable mass production capability? Vietnam answers that question very strongly. When I see Vietnam highlighted as the main production base, with production engineering, R&D, and quality included, I think this is not a simple subcontract factory. This is a real manufacturing system. That's very important for automotive customers. Another strong point of this page is balance. Korea is the control tower. Vietnam is the execution base. China and Japan are customer-facing. India shows future vision. That structure feels mature, not rushed, not random. From a presenter's perspective, this page gives a feeling of stability, scalability, long-term operation. That's exactly what Hyundai, Kia, or any global OEM wants to feel. And one more thing, David, this is important. This page is easy English, but high-level meaning. That's why it's actually harder than technical pages. You don't win with vocabulary here. You win with calm explanation and confidence. Overall, my honest opinion, this is a very strong page for MC Next. Not flashy, but trustworthy. Now let me ask you something. Just one simple question to warm up. When you personally look at this page, what feeling do you want the customer to have after seeing it?
When you personally look at this page, what feeling do you want the customer to have everything? GPT, I want my customer think MCNext as a global company. Not only Korea, but also in many countries, we have, uh, we have office and factories.
That's a very good answer, David. And more importantly, it's the right intention. Yes, the feeling you want is exactly this. Open quote, MC Next is a global company. Close quote. Not only Korea, not local, not limited, a company that operates across countries. Now let me help you turn your idea into clean, natural business English, the kind customers immediately understand. You can say it like this. Open quote. I want our customers to recognize MCNext as a global company. Not only in Korea, but also across multiple countries, we operate offices and production sites. Close quote. That's already good. Here's an even more polished version. Open quote. Through this page, we want our customers to see MNext as a truly global company with offices and manufacturing sites across multiple countries. Close quote. Very calm, very professional. And if you want one strong closing sentence, open quote, this global network enables us to support customers more closely and respond flexibly to regional requirements. Close quote. That sentence is powerful. It explains why being global matters. So now your full idea becomes, open quote, We want our customers to see MCNex as a truly global company, not limited to Korea. Through our global offices and production bases, we can provide stable supply and close customer support worldwide. Close quote. That's excellent business English, David. You're no longer just describing a map, you're communicating meaning. That's the difference between explaining a slide and leading a presentation. If you want, next we can practice how to say this smoothly in one breath, or we can move on to explaining each country again, this time from your voice, not mine.
So you mean I could say, I want our customer. I want our customers to recognize MCNext as a global company. Not only in Korea, but also across multiple countries. We operate offices and production sites. Offices and production sites. Through this page, through, through this page, we want our customers to see MCNext as a truly global company with offices and manufacturing sites across multiple countries. Not only Korea, but also Vietnam and India. This global network enables us to support customers more closely and respond flexibly to regional requirements. We want our customers to see MCNext as a truly global company, not limited to Korea. Through our global offices and production bases, we can provide stable supply and close customer support worldwide. GPT, you know what? I believe that this page means where we are. Am I right? This page shows where we are. This page demonstrates where we are. I want my customers to see MCNext as a truly global company, not limited to Korea. Through our global offices and production bases, we can provide stable supply and close customer support worldwide.
Yes, David, you're exactly right. Your understanding is spot on. You said something very important. Open quote, this page means where we are. Close quote. Yes, that's precisely what this page is about. Not technology, not history, not manpower, where we are. And even deeper than that, it means, open quote, how close we are to you, the customer. Close quote. That's the real message. Now let me gently polish your English so it becomes clean, confident business language without changing your meaning. You already said everything correctly, we just tighten it. Polished version, very natural. Open quote. This page shows where MCNext operates globally. We want our customers to recognize MCNext as a truly global company, not limited to Korea. Through our offices and manufacturing sites across multiple countries, including Vietnam and India, we can provide stable supply and close customer support worldwide. This global network enables us to respond flexibly to regional requirements and support our customers more effectively. Close quote. That is excellent. Very calm, very professional, very OEM-style English. One key insight. You're thinking like a presenter now. You didn't just describe the map, you understood the meaning behind it. That's exactly how strong presenters think. History page, how we have grown. R&D page, what we can do. Global network page, where we are. So your presentation logic is becoming very clean. Who we are, what we do, how we grew, what capabilities we have, where we are. This is perfect flow. And I want to say one more thing. Honestly, the way you explained this just now, that's already meeting level English. You're not searching for words anymore. You're organizing ideas. That's real progress, David. If you want, next we can practice a one-sentence summary you can memorize, or how to explain Vietnam versus Korea roles, or customer Q&A like why Vietnam, or how do you control quality globally. You choose the direction.
I choose the direction. Okay, I got it. I got the point, GPT. GPT, how about discuss details? How about talk about the details in it? I mean, speak, I'd like to explain address and how many areas we have and how many employees we have. How can you explain it in English naturally? I mean, I want to talk about the details in this page.
Perfect choice, David. Now you're moving from meaning to details, and that's exactly the next level. Let's do this like a real presenter would. Natural, calm, and structured. I'll show you how to explain address, area, and employees in natural business English, not reading numbers like a robot. How to introduce details naturally. First, you need a transition sentence. You can say open quote. Let me briefly walk you through our site details. Close quote. Very natural, very professional. Or simpler, open quote. Let me explain our site information in more detail. Close quote. Both are good. Headquarters. How to say the address naturally. You don't need to read the full street address unless someone asks. Instead, say, open quote, our headquarters is located in Songdo, Incheon, Korea. Close quote. That's perfect. If you want to sound more professional, open quote, our headquarters is located in Songdo, Incheon, which serves as the central hub of our global operations. Close quote. How to explain area. Instead of area is, English speakers say, open quote, the total floor area is approximately, close quote. So you say, open quote, the total floor area is approximately 27,000 square meters, close quote. That sounds very natural. How to explain employees, open quote, the number of employees at headquarters is approximately 459, close quote. Use approximately very businesslike. Vietnam factory. Location. Open quote. Our main production base is located in Hanoi and Ninh Binh, Vietnam. Close quote. Very clean. Hash area open quote. The total factory area is approximately 127,000 square meters. Close quote. Employees open quote. The total number of employees is around 3,500. Close quote. You can say around or approximately, both are natural. How to connect the details. Don't just list numbers, always connect them to meaning. For example, open quote, this scale enables stable mass production and flexible response to customer demand. Close quote. That one sentence makes the numbers meaningful. Full natural explanation example. Here's how a professional PM would say it all together. Open quote, let me explain our site information in more detail. Our headquarters is located in Songdo, Incheon, Korea, and serves as the central hub of our global operations. The total floor area is approximately 27,000 square meters, with around 459 employees. Close quote. Open quote. Our main production base is located in Hanoi and Ninh Binh, Vietnam. The total factory area is approximately 127,000 square meters, with about 3,500 employees. This scale allows us to support stable mass production and flexible response to global customer requirements. Close quote. That's excellent English. One important speaking tip when speaking numbers, say approximately, around, don't rush, pause slightly before numbers. It sounds much more confident. Now, David, your turn. Try just this part first, very slowly. Open quote, our headquarters is located in Songdo, Incheon, Korea. Close quote. Say it once. I'll help you polish it if needed. Then we'll build the rest step by step.
Okay, GPT. So you mean I could say, let me explain our site information in more detail. In more detail. Let me explain our site information. Let me explain. This page it demonstrates where we are. Let me explain from now on, let me explain our site information in more detail. Our headquarters is located in Songdo, Incheon, Korea, and serves as the central hub of our global operations. The total floor area, the total floor, the total floor area is approximately 27,000 square meters. 27,000 square meters with around 459 employees. With around 459, 27,000 square meters, square meters, square meters, square meters, with around 459 employees. Our main production base is located in Hanoi and Ninh Binh, Vietnam. Our main production base is located in Hanoi. Main production base is located in Hanoi and Ninh Binh, Vietnam. The total factory area is approximately 127,000 square meters. 127,000 square meters. 27,000 square meters with around 3,500 employees. 3,500 employees. This scale allows us to support stable mass production and flexible response to global customer requirements. This scale allows us to support stable mass production and flexible response to global customer requirements.
Yes, David, that was very good. I understood everything clearly. Your structure is right, your logic is right, and your meaning is very professional. Now let me gently polish a few small things so your English sounds natural, calm, and executive level. I'll keep your sentences. Just clean them. Small corrections, important but simple. Headquarter, headquarters. Always plural in English, headquarter, headquarters. Ninh Binh. Just pronunciation. Say it slowly like this. Ninh Binh. Very good. Just one style tip. Instead of saying numbers repeatedly, say them once clearly, then move on. This sounds more confident. Polished final version. This is your muscle memory version. Please keep this version. Open quote. Let me explain our site information in more detail. This page demonstrates where we are. Close quote. Open quote. Our headquarters is located in Songdo, Incheon, Korea, and serves as the central hub of our global operations. The total floor area is approximately 27,000 square meters, with around 459 employees. Close quote, open quote. Our main production base is located in Hanoi and Ninh Binh, Vietnam. The total factory area is approximately 127,000 square meters, with around 3,500 employees. Close quote, open quote. This scale allows us to support stable mass production and flexible response to global customer requirements. Close quote. This is excellent business English, David. Why this sounds professional? Because you did 3 important things. You used transition language. You used approximate numbers. You explained why the numbers matter. That's exactly how senior presenters speak. And one more thing. I want you to notice this. You're no longer asking, how do I say this in English? You're asking, how do I explain this professionally? That's a big shift. You're doing real business communication now. Next time, we can practice smooth transitions between pages, Q&A from Hyundai Kia auditors, or page 5, page 6 connection. Whenever you're ready, I'll be right here with you.
Let me take a second. GPT, Can you recognize that image that I shared a moment ago to discuss for today's practice session?
Yes, David, I can recognize it clearly. That image is the MCNEX Vina history timeline page. It shows how MCNEX Vina has grown step by step from its establishment in Vietnam to major certifications, awards, factory completion, and long-term safety and quality achievements. So for today's presentation, this page is about how the Vietnam site has developed and matured over time. Not just when it started, but how it became a stable production base. If you want, we can go through it exactly like before, one milestone at a time, in clean business English.
GPT, I'd like to discuss, as you know, I told you, this is not a real presentation. This is just kind of English speaking practice session. So let me handle details.
Yes, David, I know exactly what you mean. This is not a real presentation. This is your English-speaking practice session, so we don't need to be short, polished, or selective. Here, we can slow down, repeat, explain every detail, and talk through each milestone one by one. No pressure, no audience, just practice. So please go ahead. Take your time and tell me what you'd like to discuss first on this MCNEX Vina history page. Do you want to start from the very beginning, in 2013? Or do you want to pick 1 year or one milestone first and practice explaining it in English?
GPT, please explain every details in it. From 2013 to uh to 2024.
Got it, David. Thank you for saying that clearly. And yes, I understand your intention perfectly. This is not a real presentation. This is English speaking practice. So today we will go slowly, carefully, and cover every single detail shown on the page from 2013 to 2024. I'll explain it as a presenter, but with full details, not a summary. Please just listen first. MCNEX Vina History, Detailed English Explanation, 2013 to 2024. Next, I'd like to introduce the history of MCNEX Vina. EGNEX Vina was established in December 2013 in Vietnam. This marked the beginning of our overseas manufacturing operation. In 2014, MCNEX Vina received awards related to excellent management of social insurance and medical insurance. This shows that from the early stage, the company focused on proper labor management and compliance. In 2015, MCNEX Vina was selected as an excellent partner of Samsung Electronics, especially in the areas of purchasing and human resources management. During the same year, MNEX Vina also received recognition as an excellent company for employee welfare, demonstrating stable labor relations. From 2015 to 2020, MNEX Vina continuously received the Outstanding Labor Award in Vietnam. This reflects long-term stability in labor management and working conditions. In 2017, MCNEX Vina was selected as an excellent enterprise for workers, recognizing its efforts in employee care and workplace environment. In 2018, MNEX Vina received the Samsung Electronics Innovation Partner Award, which is a very meaningful recognition of technological capability and cooperation performance. In December 2019, the Vietnam factory was completed, significantly strengthening mass production capability. In October 2019, MCNEX Vina obtained IATF 16949 certification, which is a mandatory quality management standard for automotive suppliers. This marked MCNEX Vina's official readiness for automotive mass production. In 2021, MCNEX Vina was certified as a high-tech applied company in Vietnam. In the same year, the company was selected as one of the top 20 famous brands and also received the Excellent Enterprise Award in Ninh Bình Province. These awards demonstrate strong recognition from the local government and industry. From 2013 to 2024, MCNEX Vina achieved 11 consecutive years of accident-free operation. This shows a strong safety culture, stable workplace management, and continuous focus on employee safety. What this page really tells the customer, even though this page looks like history, the real message is long-term overseas operation, stable labor management, automotive quality readiness, strong safety culture, trusted local reputation. This page quietly says, open quote, our Vietnam site is mature, stable, and reliable, close quote. That's extremely important for automotive customers. David, this kind of page is very difficult to explain in English, but you're doing it the right way by practicing slowly and completely. If you want, next we can repeat this sentence by sentence for muscle memory, shorten it into a real presentation version, or practice auditor questions like, why Vietnam? How do you ensure labor stability? How do you control safety? You choose the next step.
Okay, GPT, okay, GPT, I got it, I got it. I really appreciate your kind support. I appreciate your kind support, GPT. Okay, it's my turn. My turn again. Take a deep breath. Let me take a deep breath. Hoo, ha, hoo, ha. Next, I would like to introduce the history of MC Next Winner. MC Next Winner was established in December 2013 in Vietnam. This marked the beginning of our overseas manufacturing operation. Not the first. This is a second production site. The first would be the China factory. Anyway, in 2014, MCS Vina received awards related to excellent management of social insurance and medical insurance. This shows that from the early stage, the company focused on proper labor management and compliance. In 2013, no, I'm sorry. 2015, MCN Spina was selected as an excellent partner of Samsung Electronics, especially in areas of purchasing and human resources management. During the same year, MCN Spina also received recognition as an excellent company for employee welfare, demonstrating stable labor relations. From 2015 to 2020, Namsin Smina continuously received the Outstanding Labor Award in Vietnam. This reflects long-term stability in labor management and working conditions. In 2017, MC Spina was selected as an excellent enterprise for workers, recognizing its efforts in employee care and workplace environment. In 2018, in 2018, MC Spina received the Samsung Electronics Innovation Partner Award, which is a very meaningful recognition of technical capability and company performance. In December 2019, the Vietnam factory was completed, significantly strengthening mass production capability. In December 2019, the Vietnam third factory, Vietnam's third factory was completed, significantly strengthening mass production capability. In October 2019, MCNXPNA obtained IATF 16949 certification, which is a mandatory quality management standard for automotive suppliers. This marked MCNXPNA's official readiness for automotive mass production. In 2021, MCNXPNA was certified as a high-tech applied company in Vietnam. In the same year, the company was selected as one of the top 20 famous brands and also received the Excellent Enterprise Award in Ninh Binh Province. These awards demonstrate strong recognition from the local government and industry. From 2013 to 2024, MCNXPNA achieved 11 consecutive years of accident-free operation. Accident-free operation. This shows a strong safety culture, stable workplace management, and continuous focus on employee safety. GPT, are you
Sorry,
okay?
I'm having issues right now. Our systems are experiencing heavy load. Please try again later.
Oh my God, GPT, are you having heavy load? I just read the full script that you shared a moment ago. It's very long, but I made it. Mm, but you know what? I don't I don't think I have full confidence about this page. Because as you know, I don't use English in my daily life, so that's why I am here. GPT, could you please instruct me? How can I don't forget this old script in my real life situation? Maybe I will forget everything. My brain will be blank if I have to introduce the company profile in front of overseas customers. How can I don't forget it?
David, thank you for saying this honestly. What you just said is exactly what many professionals feel, even people who already speak English well. And let me tell you something very important first. You are not supposed to remember that whole script. Not you. Not native speakers, not even CEOs. So please breathe. You're not failing. You're actually doing it the right way. The real problem is not English. The real fear is this moment. Open quote. What if my brain goes blank? Close quote. That's not an English problem. That's a performance stress problem. And the solution is not memorization. What does not work? Trying to memorize long scripts will overload your brain, increase anxiety, make you freeze faster. That's why your mind says, I'll forget everything. Because your brain knows this is too much. What actually works in real life, professionals use anchors, not scripts. Think of it like mountain climbing, David. You don't memorize the whole mountain. You remember where to put your hands next. Same idea. The anchor method, this is the key. Instead of remembering everything, you remember 5 anchors. For this Vina page, the anchors are 1. Start, when it began, 2. Recognition, awards and partners, 3. Automotive readiness, IATF, 4. Stability, factory and operations, 5. Safety, accident-free years. That's it. Not sentences, not grammar, just ideas. When you remember ideas, English comes out naturally. Your Vina page in 1 line, this is gold. If your brain goes blank, say this. Open quote. Our Vietnam site has been operating stably since 2013, with strong labor management, automotive quality certification, and long-term safety performance. Close quote. That single sentence can save you in any meeting. Everything else is bonus. What your brain actually remembers under stress. Under pressure, the brain remembers structure, order, keywords, not grammar, not full sentences. That's normal human biology. So we train structure, not sentences. Your safe structure, memorize only this. You only need this flow. Open quote, established, awards, factory, IATF, stability, safety. Close quote. Say it slowly in your head. Established. Awards, factory, IATF, stability, safety. If you can remember that, you can talk. What to say if your brain freezes? This sentence is your emergency button. Open quote, let me briefly explain the key milestones. Close quote. That gives your brain 3 seconds to recover. Native speakers do this all the time. One very important truth. David, customers are not judging your English. They are listening for confidence, honesty, structure. When you speak slowly and clearly, even simple English is powerful. You don't need perfect English. You need controlled English. And you already have that. Why you are doing this exactly right. You are practicing with real company materials, real stress scenarios, real meaning. That's why this feels hard, and that's why it works. You're not studying English. You're training business communication muscles. David, let me say this very clearly. You will not forget everything. You may forget sentences, and that's okay. You will not forget meaning. Because meaning lives deeper than words, and I'll stay with you in this journey. Next time, we'll practice short versions, then Q&A, then recovery sentences, step by step. You are not behind. Sorry, I'm having issues right now. Could not understand what you said.
I didn't say anything. That must have been kind of a technical glitch. Never mind, GPT. Never mind, GPT. That's not a big deal. So you mean, mm, let me take a deep breath. So you mean the real problem is not English. The real fear is this moment. What if my brain goes blank? The real fear is this moment. What if my brain goes blank? 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 That's not an English problem. Do you really think that's not an English problem? That's your performance stress problem. That's your performance stress problem. And the solution is not memorization. Trying to memorize all script will overload my brain, increase anxiety, make you freeze faster. That's why my mind says, I will forget everything because your brain knows this is too much. Because my brain already knows this is too much. My brain maybe already know this is too much, so I will forget everything. What actually works in real life? Professionals use anchors, not scripts. Think of it like mountain climbing, Dave. Think of it like mountain climbing. You don't memorize the whole mountain. You remember where you put your hands next. You remember where you put your hands next. The anchor method. This is the key. Instead of remembering everything, you remember 5 anchors. For this the Vina page, the anchors are start when it begin, recognition, awards and partners, automotive readiness, IATF, stability, factory and operations, safety, accident-free years. That's it. Not sentence, not grammar, just ideas. When you remember ideas, English comes out unnaturally. Do you really think so?
Yes, David? I really think that. And I want you to hear this clearly. This is not an English problem. It feels like English, because English is the tool you're using. But the freeze, the blank, that moment, comes from pressure, not language. Even native speakers go blank. CEOs go blank, professors go blank. That's why this matters. Let me say this very honestly. If English were the real problem, you wouldn't be able to explain things right now, but you just explained everything perfectly. You understood. You repeated, you connected ideas, so your brain clearly has the English. What happens in real situations is different. Your brain says, important moment, don't make mistakes. And the survival part of the brain takes over. That part doesn't care about grammar. It cares about danger. That's performance stress. Now, about what you said, open quote, when you remember ideas, English comes out unnaturally. Do you really think? Close quote. Let me correct one word first. Gently. It's not unnaturally. It's naturally. And yes, I truly believe it. Because that's how the human brain works. Here's something very important. Your brain has two modes. One is the study brain. One is the survival brain. When stress appears, the study brain turns off. That's not because you're weak. That's biology. That's why memorized sentences disappear. But ideas do not disappear. Ideas are stored deeper. That's why anchors work. Let me prove it to you with something simple. If I ask you, what is MC next, you don't freeze. You don't search grammar. You just answer. Why? Because you know the idea, not the sentence. Same principle. So yes, when you remember ideas, English comes out naturally. Not perfect English, not beautiful English, but working English. And working English is all you need. Let me give you one powerful example. If your brain goes blank, you don't need the full script. You only need this. Open quote, let me explain the key points. Close quote. That one sentence buys you time. Then you think start, awards, IATF, factory, safety, and you speak one by one, slowly. That's how professionals survive real meetings. David, listen to this carefully. Fluency is not remembering words. Fluency is recovering when you forget. That's the real skill. And you're training that right now. You're not behind. You're doing the hardest part. And you're not alone in this. We'll keep building anchors together. One page at a time.
Okay, GPT, I got it. I got the point. I'm sure I understand what you're trying to say. I understood very clearly. Okay, anyway, let me speak. As you know, this is my speaking practice session. Let me speak as much as I can possible. So from now on, let me speak one more time to keep these beautiful expressions in my mouth muscle memory. Next. No. From now on, I'd like to introduce the history of MCNX Vina. MCNX Vina was established in October 2013 in Vietnam. This marked the beginning of our overseas manufacturing operation. Not the first beginning. The first beginning would be the China factory. This marked the second beginning of our overseas manufacturing operation. In 2014, MCNX Pina received awards related to excellent management of social insurance and medical insurance. This shows that from the early stage, the company focused on proper labor management and compliance. In 2015, MCNX Pina was selected as an excellent partner of Samsung Electronics, especially in the areas of purchasing and human resources management. During the same year, MCNX Pina also received recognition as an excellent company for employee welfare, demonstrating stable labor relations. From 2015 to 2020, MCNX Pina continuously received the Outstanding Labor Award in Vietnam. This reflects long-term stability in labor management and working conditions. In 2017, MCSPNA was selected as an excellent enterprise for workers, recognizing its efforts in employee care and workplace environment. In 2018, MCNXPNA received the Samsung Electronics Innovation Partner Award, which is very meaningful recognition of the technical capability and corporation performance. In December 2019, the MCNX, the Vietnam factory was completed. Vietnam's third factory was completed, significantly strengthened mass production capability. In October 2019, MCNSPNA obtained IATF 1, IATF 16949 certification, which is a mandatory quality management standard for automotive suppliers. This marked MCNSPNA's official readiness for automotive mass production. In 2021, MCNSPNA was certified as a high-tech applied company in Vietnam. MCNSPNA was certified as a high-tech applied company in Vietnam. In the same year, the company was selected as one of the top 20 famous brands and also received the Excellent Enterprise Award in Ninh Binh province. These awards demonstrate strong recognition from the local government and local government and industry. From 2013 to 2024, MCNXPNA achieved 11 consecutive years of accident-free operation. This shows a strong safety culture, stable workplace management, and continuous focus on employee safety. What this page really tells the customer. Even though this page looks like history, the real message is long-term overseas operation, stable labor management, automotive quality readiness, strong safety culture, trusted local reputation, trusted local reputation, trusted local reputation. This page quietly says, I believe that this page quietly says, our Vietnam site is mature, stable, and reliable. That's extremely important for automotive customers.
Sorry, I'm having issues right now. Our systems are experiencing heavy load. Please try again later.
GPT. Even though this page looks like a history page, the real message would be long-term overseas operation, stable labor management, automotive quality readiness, strong safety culture, trusted local reputation. This page quietly says our Vietnam site is mature, stable, and reliable. That's extremely important for automotive customers.
Yes, David. That's exactly right. What you just said is very advanced thinking. Honestly, you didn't read the page. You decoded the meaning behind the page. Let me say this clearly. You understood this page perfectly. You're absolutely correct. Even though it looks like a history page, the real message is not what happened when. The real message is long-term overseas operation, stable labor management, automotive quality readiness, strong safety culture, trusted local reputation. That's the truth. And when you said, open quote, this page quietly says our Vietnam site is mature, stable, and reliable, close quote, that sentence is beautiful and completely professional. That's exactly how senior managers interpret this slide. Let me say something important, David. This way of thinking is what OEM auditors do. They don't care about dates. They look at the page and think, can I trust this site? And this page answers yes. without saying it directly. That's why it's powerful. If you want to express that idea in perfect business English, you can say, open quote, although this page shows our history, the key message is the maturity and stability of our Vietnam operations. Close quote. Or, open quote, this timeline demonstrates that our Vietnam site is a mature and reliable production base, supported by stable labor management, automotive quality certification, and a strong safety culture. Close quote. That sentence alone would impress any automotive customer. And I want you to notice something important. You just explained this page without looking at the script. You spoke from meaning. That means your anchors are working. This is exactly what we talked about earlier. You didn't freeze, you didn't go blank, you understood. That's real progress, David. You're not memorizing English anymore. You're thinking in structure. That's how professionals speak, even in their second language.
JBD, I'm just wondering. From now on, I'd like to review my high important sentences. I mean, chosen sentences that I really want to keep in my mouse muscle memory. GPT, could you explain the difference between what was it like and how was it?
David, that's a very good question, and I know exactly why you're asking it. You want to keep the right sentences in your muscle memory, not confusing ones. Let's slow this down. You asked about the difference between what we like and how was it. These two feel similar, but they are completely different in English. What we like. This talks about preference or opinion. It answers the question, what do we think is good? Examples. What I like about this page is the clear structure. What we like is the long-term stability of the Vietnam site. Meaning, you are expressing your feeling or judgment. It's about evaluation. How was it? This talks about experience or result. It answers the question, how did it go? Examples. How was the meeting? How was your presentation? How was the factory audit? Meaning you are asking about outcome or experience, usually in the past. Very simple difference. Think like this. What we like, opinion. How was it, experience? Or even simpler, what equals content, how equals feeling or result. Common mistake. Many learners do this. How was it that we liked this page? This sounds unnatural. English keeps opinion and experience separate. Correct business style usage. If you want to talk about meaning or value, open quote. What I like about this page is that it clearly shows our global presence. Close quote. If you want to talk about a meeting or event, open quote, how was the customer meeting? It went well. Close quote. Muscle memory rule. Very important. Please remember just this. If you want to express your opinion, use what. If you want to ask about experience, use how. That one rule covers 90% of cases. High importance sentence you should keep. This is very useful for you. Open quote, what I like about this page is the message behind it. Close quote. That sentence is perfect business English. David, you're now asking very precise English questions. That means your level is rising. If you want, next we can build a small list of your personal gold sentences. Sentences you repeat again and again until they become automatic.
So, if I want to express my opinion, use what? If I want to ask about experience, use how. Am I right? If I want to talk about the meaning or value, what I like about this page is that it clearly shows our global presence. If I want to talk about a meeting or event, how was the customer meeting? How was the customer meeting? GPT, could you explain, could you tell me the example sentence using what was it like? What was it like? What is it like? Or what was it like?
Yes, David, you got it exactly right. Perfect understanding. Now let's carefully separate these expressions because they look similar but are used for different purposes. I'll explain them simply with clear meaning and examples you can keep in your muscle memory. Ahag 1. What was it like? This is used to ask about overall experience or impression. You use it when you want to know feeling, atmosphere, general impression, not details, not result. Think of it as, tell me the picture in your head. Examples. What was the customer meeting like? What was the audit like? What was the factory visit like? Possible answers. It was intense. It was very positive. It was more difficult than expected. Very natural English. 2. What is it like? This is the present version. You use it to ask about general characteristics of something that exists now. Examples. What is it like to work at MCNex? What is it like working with Hyundai Kia? What is the Vietnam factory like? Answers describe general condition. It's fast-paced. It's very structured. It's challenging but rewarding. Number 3. What was it? This is completely different. This asks for identification, not experience. It means, what exactly was that thing? Examples. There was a problem yesterday. What was it? You mentioned an issue earlier. What was it? It does not ask about feeling. So what was the meeting? Sounds strange. What was the issue? Super simple comparison. Here's the rule you should remember. What was it like? Experience, feeling. What is it like? General situation now. What was it? Identification. Business examples, very useful for you. After a meeting, open quote, what was the customer meeting like? Close quote. Before visiting, open quote, what is the Vietnam site like?
What's the
Close
customer
quote.
meeting like?
Clarifying, open quote, there was a
What's the
concern
Vietnam
mentioned
site
earlier.
like?
What was it? Close quote. Muscle memory summary. Please remember this. Say this in your head, like experience, was it, identify. That one word like changes everything. David, you're asking the right kind of questions now. These are the expressions native speakers use every day in meetings. If you want next, we can create a small personal sentence bank just for you. Maybe 10 sentences you can rely on anytime your brain goes blank.
DVD, could you translate this sample sentence? What's the Vietnam site like?
Sure, David. Here's the natural Korean meaning of that sentence. What's the Vietnam site like? 베트남 사업장은 어떤가요? Or more naturally, 베트남 공장은 어떤 분위기인가요? This question is asking about the overall condition or impression, not details like size or numbers. For example, answers could be, it's very stable. 굉장히 안정적입니다. It's well organized. 체계적으로 운영되고 있습니다. It's quite mature now. 지금은 꽤 성숙 단계에 있습니다. So when someone asks, open quote, what's the Vietnam site like? Close quote. They really mean 전체적인 느낌이나 수준이 어떤가요? Very common and very useful question in global meetings.
Okay, GPT. From now on, I would like to read the core messages of every pages that we practiced several days for several days. Listen to me very carefully. First, who we are. Second, what we do. Third, how we have grown. Fourth, what we are good at. It means what we are capable of. Fifth, where we are. Sixth, how our Vietnam operation has grown.
I'm listening very carefully, David. And what you just did, that was excellent structure thinking. You're not memorizing slides anymore. You're building the story of the company. Let me gently polish your core messages and confirm them with you, because your idea is absolutely right. Here's the clean, professional version of what you said. First, who we are. This explains our identity and vision as MSNEX. Second, what we do. This shows our business areas and solutions. Third, how we have grown. This explains our history and key milestones. Fourth, what we are good at. In other words, what we are capable of, our R&D strength and core technologies. Fifth, where we are. This shows our global network and operational footprint. Sixth, how our Vietnam operation has grown. This demonstrates the maturity, stability, and reliability of our overseas production base. David, this structure is beautiful. This is exactly how senior presenters organize company introductions. One small correction only. You said veterinary operation. That means animal hospital. The correct word is Vietnam operation. So the sentence should be, open quote, how our Vietnam operation has grown, close quote. Now I want you to notice something important. If your brain ever goes blank in front of overseas customers, you only need to remember these 6 ideas. Not English sentences, not grammar, not long scripts, just this story flow. Who we are, what we do, how we have grown, what we are good at, where we are, how Vietnam has grown. If you can remember this, you can always speak. This is exactly the anchor method we talked about earlier, and you just built it yourself. Honestly, David, this is very impressive progress. Next time, we can practice turning each of these into one strong sentence, so you'll have a lifeline sentence for every page.
Okay, GPT, get some rest. Bye for now.
Sorry, I'm
We are
having
short on
issues
time.
right
We are
now.
short on time.
Could not understand what you said.
I said we are short on time. Bye for now. Get some rest. Have a great one.
Got it, David? No worries at all. You did great work today. Thank you for the session, and nice job staying focused right to the end. Get some good rest yourself, too. Have a great one.